Hi, my name is Sarah, and today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious traditional Arab dessert called KUNAFA. First, we're going to start off with some shredded phyllo dough. You can get this at a local store or make it at home. You're going to mix the phyllo dough with some melted margarine or butter until all of the dough is separated and buttered. You're going to then spread the dough onto a pan, making sure there are no empty spots or visible spots of the pan. You can do multiple layers if you'd like. After the dough is patted into the pan, you can spread some cheese. I chose to do mozzarella cheese, but you can do any cheese you like, whether that's sweet or salty, and spread it on all parts of the pan. Just don't come too close to the edges as you don't want the cheese to melt outside the kunafa. Next, we're going to make the semolina dough, which will go on top of our cheese. All the ingredients will be posted separately, but you will combine those ingredients into a pot and keep stirring on medium heat for about 20 minutes until the dough becomes a very thick consistency. The most important thing is that you keep stirring because you don't want the dough to burn or get stuck to the bottom of the pot. Here's an example of how the dough should look like, a very pudding-like consistency. You're going to then spread evenly that mixture on top of the cheese and on top of the phyllo dough in the pan, and it should look like so. Then we're going to place the pan into the oven at a temperature of 450 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 to 45 minutes. You want to take the pan out right as the semolina dough starts to brown and is fully cooked. Now it's time to flip the kunafa. This is probably one of the most hardest parts of this recipe, but an easy trick is to get a different pan that is bigger than the one that you already have and place it on top of the pan that has the kunafa in it, and then flip that pan onto the bigger pan. You can leave the smaller pan, the one that has the kunafa in it, to rest so it's not hot, or you can just take some towels and do the process so you don't burn your hands. When you reveal the kunafa, it'll have this beautiful red color tone to it, and it'll look very crispy and delicious. Finally, the last step before we can eat this delicious dessert is to spread the syrup onto the kunafa. This is probably one of the most important steps because this is what gives the kunafa a lot of its flavor. It's recommended that you make the syrup before making the kunafa, that way it has time to rest and it's not hot, but you do need to put the syrup onto the hot kunafa so that it absorbs it. You can put as much as you like from this syrup. I usually like to go about 2 times 2 circular rounds of the syrup on the kunafa, but it's up to you on how sweet you want it. Also, some people like to put additional toppings such as pistachios or crushed nuts. That's also up to you. I didn't do it in this recipe, but you can go ahead and do that on your own if you'd like to. And here is the final product. KUNAFA is traditionally made in Ramadan, but you can make it all year round. It's a traditional, delicious Arab dessert with crunchiness and sweetness, and personally one of my favorites. And I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope it was easy to follow, and I hope you make KUNAFA in the future. Enjoy!